Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today, we're going to talk about that question that everybody's talking about. They ask me, when we're talking about building your credit, how can I do it fast? Well, we all know about an AU, but let's talk about an AU. It's only on your credit score for 3 months, so there's got to be a better way. Well, today, I'm going to talk about a better way. And welcome to Foci Optics. Check. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. Welcome back. And as you can see, we're on the YouTube channel page for Stop Struggling Now. And once again, thank you for being here, and please share the videos. And we passed another milestone, 7,500 subscribers, so I want to thank all subscribers and all supporters for helping boost the channel up. And again, we have the join button over here on the right hand side. If you want to support the channel, we have a few different levels. And at one of the levels, which is the highest level, after 6 months you get a t-shirt and a hat if you're a member for 6 months at the highest level. So there's other perks as well. You'll have to go check it out on the join button. And without further ado, we're going to get into the number two questions that most people ask me when they're trying to fix their credit. The number one thing that most often time comes up is somebody says, "Hey, Eric, should I get an AU trade line because my credit's messed up?" My response is always, I need to see your credit report, or I need you to send me your login for Credit Karma. So if anybody's watching this and they need me to look at their credit report, you can hit me up at Eric at StopStrugglingNow.com, and then send me the information, and I'll get back to you within 48 hours, and I'll let you know the best move. Because sometimes you don't need an AU trade line. Sometimes you just need to add primary trade lines, especially in this day and age when you can get soft inquiry credit cards, which won't hurt you, and you can get on-time payment. But I'm going to go over something real quick in case we have any new people here watching the video, because you have to understand how your FICO score is calculated, right? So here we are at my FICO, and the number one thing is 35% on-time payment history. So when you miss a payment, people, if people have missed a payment, or you know somebody that has, ask them what happened. Because it's 35% of your score, imagine you have a 750. You miss a payment. Next thing you know, your score is 650, 675. That's because it's 35% of your score. Meanwhile, your debt utilization is 30% of your score. So what's happening is you need on-time payment history if you have missed payments in the last 7 years. Specifically, if it's been in the last 3 to 4 years. Because after about 4 years, it's less weight. But the only way it's going to be less weight is you need more on-time payments. Current. So let's say I missed a payment 4 years ago. Now I didn't add anything, my credit score is still probably going to be low. Whereas if I missed a payment, and it was 4 years ago that I missed a payment, and I added 2 or 3 other accounts that are reporting on-time payments since then my score won't be hurt as bad. I will be able to still have a 700 plus credit score in this case. There's other factors that go along with that, and that is your credit limits and your debt utilization. So you want your debt utilization to be 29% or less. Ideally, you want it to be 9% or less, and the more cards you have, which means the more amount of credit limit you have and the less you owe, it's easier to be under 9%. So you can see if you had, let's say, 5 cards and each card was $2,000 credit limit, and to get under 9%, it has to be 10,000. 10% is 1,000, so it would have to be 900 or less, right? if you had one card for $2,000 and then you charged $1,000 on the card, you would be at 50% debt utilization. You see how this works? This is why you want more cards. Not that you're going to use them, but you'll have more cards giving you on-time payment history, and then the more cards would help keep your debt utilization down. Now you have two things going on, which is the best. That's 65% of your credit score. The other part is 15% is age. You can only get age either with an AU, or that means you need credit. So there's nothing wrong with getting credit, and I'm going to show you right now what you need to do. These are the steps that I tell everybody when they say, hey, I need to build my credit score up like pretty fast. This is what I tell everybody, and I respond with, you don't need to do an AU right now. If you can wait 3 to 4 to 5 months, you can get your credit score up. Here's our number one go-to thing right now. My Jewelers Club. This is number one. They report to all 3 credit bureaus. I'll have links down below so you can sign up if you need it. They give you a $5,000 trade line. You need to order $100 or more. For your first order, you pay 50% down, and then they bill you $30 a month until it's paid off for 1 year. That's your membership for 1 year. When a year comes up, you can renew at $99 if you want them to keep reporting. All right, after you pay it off, let's say you ordered something, like I said, for 120 bucks. You pay half, which means, well, let's call it $70 after tax and shipping. You owe, let's say, 60 bucks. After 2 months, you'll have paid it off. The third month, you'll have a zero balance. They'll keep reporting for another 9 months. So you'll have your on-time payment, and you'll have your debt utilization handled, and you'll have something else. You will have new credit mix or new credit. Both of those help you out. Okay? Next move. Now, they do a hard inquiry. But don't worry about hard inquiries. Nobody cares about hard inquiries. The only people that care about hard inquiries are credit bureaus. That's it. All right? And now credit card or loan companies, when they see you trying to apply, let's just call it what it is. If they see all of a sudden within 2 weeks that you applied at like 8, 9, 10 places, they think you're out here trying to get credit for a reason, that you might have a problem. So that's why you don't want to do anything like that, and that's why they penalize you after you get over 4. After you get your 5th or 6th, they try to start taking points away from you. So we don't want to get there real fast. But here's the first play, My Jewelers. Second play, New Coast Direct. The reason why, another $5,000 line. It works the same way as My Jewelers. This way, this can get your debt utilization under control real fast. And again, hard inquiry, but they report to 2 credit bureaus. But that's what you need, right? You need reporting on all 3. So it doesn't matter. These are the first 2 things. You're going to have a hard inquiry, 2 hard inquiries. So what do we have to do next? We're going down the path of soft inquiries. No hard inquiry credit cards. That's what we're trying to get here. A new fintech's coming out. Tomo. Tomorrow card, as I call it. Here's the situation. It's just now in, what do you call it? They're pre-marketing right now. It's not official. They're not up. So all you can do is sign up on the list. I'll have a link down below for this Tomorrow card. It's called Tomo. But you can see right here, credit limit 100 to 10,000. Interest rate, fees none. Cashback 1%. Minimum score none. All right. The fintech is talking, you know, big talk here, but we're going to find out what happens. And by the way, whoever sees this video probably after sometime in November, hopefully sooner, we will have a $10,000 soft inquiry, no hard inquiry credit situation for $149. You'll be able to get a $10,000 trade line, and the trade line is usable. It's not officially out yet because they ran into a snag. DocuSign wanted something like $30,000 up front to sign up for when a person registers, and they sign up that you know how when you, well, most people don't know, but if you sign up with My Jewelers or New Coast Direct or anybody else, you have to sign a contract. So they use DocuSign or some service like that, and DocuSign wanted some ungodly amount of money. They're big time now. So the guys were like, hold on, that's kind of crazy, paying 30-some thousand up front, and we don't even have nothing for it. It's crazy. So I said, man, find somebody else. So anyhow, that's a little snag, but they'll find somebody else, no biggie. But that's coming out. Now you go get your tomorrow Tomo card. Next up, soft inquiry for the Tomo card. It's not out yet, but you can only get on the wait list. First up, next up, because we already got first, second, and third. Next up is Grow Credit. This right here I had a video about before. Grow Credit. It basically, most people already are paying Hulu, Netflix, have a mobile phone, paying Spotify, paying HBO Plus, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, right? All that. Well, you don't have to do anything. You can do it for free. $15 spending limit. So those who have Netflix and Hulu, what they do is they give you a Grow credit card. You use the Grow credit card to pay the $15. That's your limit. But the beauty of Grow Credit is they report your on-time payments to the credit bureau. Again, remember, 35% of your credit score is payment history. So this helps you out. And again, soft inquiry. So this is an easy setup for you. And if you wanted a higher limit, then they'll charge you more. So see, if you want $4.99 a month, they'll give you a $50 limit. But this is all about on-time payments. We don't really care, right? But if you want to pay them, that's fine. And again, it's growcredit.com. All right, there's no link down below, but I'll still have a link in the description down below. And again, you can go up to $9.99, then it'll show $150. And again, you can have those monthly payments, like you can have Amazon Prime is $99, Netflix, what is it, $15. Then you can have Hulu, then you can add Disney Plus. That would equal almost $150 a month. And then they will report that the payments on your credit report. It's a beautiful program. Again, soft inquiry, no hard inquiry. Next up, Credit Strong. Again, they have their program, no hard inquiry, soft inquiry. It's kind of like a savings and build your credit. And it's an installment loan, by the way. It's almost a loan, but they report it as an installment, which means since it's a fixed payment, no debt utilization is going to be used here. But on-time payment history and mix of credit. Remember, credit cards are revolving credit. This is an installment trade line, just like your house, your mortgage payment is an installment, and a car loan is an installment because it's a fixed number every month. All right, so credit cards again are revolving. So this is why Credit Strong works as a savings account and helps build your credit, and they have many different programs. So you have to use the link down below, and please sign up if you decide to do so. Self Lender is next. The next soft inquiry, no hard inquiry, and they work just like Credit Strong. The difference is they don't have a high of the trade lines that Credit Strong. Credit Strong has 9,000, 18,000, but that's not really relevant to what you need to do. Your only thing you want is on-time payments and add the credit mix. That's what you want. These are soft inquiries. But the kicker with Self Lender, I'll have a link down below with this. Self Lender actually has a credit card. Once you have paid 3 or 4 months, you'll have a savings account. And in that savings account, they actually you can actually now move that over into a secured credit card. So now they will report twice. One is the installment trade line, and now with the secured credit card, another revolving trade line. And this is all based on when you started paying them, because part of the payment goes into a savings account. So once again, soft inquiry, installment. Later on down the road, that gets you a secured card using your savings side of what you started with Self. So now it turns into 2 trade lines. So you see how quick this went? My Jewelers is 1. New Coast Direct is 2. Tomo's not out yet, but if they were, that would have been 3, but you need to sign up. Grow actually is 3. Credit Strong could be 4. And if you got both, which Self-Lender and Credit Strong isn't really necessary, so take your pick, but you can do both. Some people have done both, but again, My Jewelers, New Coast, Grow, and either Credit Strong or Self-Lender, that's 4 accounts that will now be reporting to your credit file. You should be approved with all of these because, what is it? Self, Credit Strong, Grow, no credit check. Now, after that, you're saying, well, what else can I do? Well, there is such a thing as what you call a shopping cart trick. And so I have videos where you can walk yourself through it and figure out what to do. This is what the video is, how to get a credit card with the soft inquiry, no hard inquiry. I'll have a link down below and there'll be instructions. And whenever you do this, you have to operate in incognito mode from Chrome, and you got to go to the website and you have to be on there at least 5 minutes, just like you're normally shopping like an individual. 50 to 60% of the people actually will get a pop-up that says they are approved. It's that simple. And then you got to watch your mail, because in the mail, they may send you something in the mail from Community Bank that says they want a copy of the front and back of your ID and a copy of your Social Security card, and send it in to them before they actually will give you the card and the credit limit. And again, this is a soft inquiry. So this is the video. I'll have a link down below. And the next, so that's another one. Another soft inquiry. This video here is when I show how you do overstock. All right, overstock.com. Same rules apply. You're going to go with the incognito mode, and you're going to be on there 5 to 10 minutes. You want to order over $100 just like you're normally shopping. The question comes up, do you have to pay for the items that you put in the shopping cart? No, you do not. What you're looking for, as you'll see in the video, is a pop-up that says, hey, will you accept this credit? And you have to actually go and say yes, and then you have to say finish before you do it. And they're also on Community Bank, so if you get approved with one, you'll probably get approved for the second, but you need 2 different email addresses for the login, because they're running on the same system. But just keep in mind, you got to see the pop-up. You do not have to pay for the items that's in the shopping cart. You can just cancel those out and go on about your business after the pop-up comes up. So that is pretty much it. So that's another one. So how many is that now? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 soft inquiry accounts that you could get added to your credit file. And then if you do My Jewelers and New Coast Direct, that is 7. So now you're going to have 7 on-time payment accounts. You're going to have 5 out of the 7 that are revolving credit. 2 are installments, so you just checked off the mix of credit. You checked off new credit, so now your credit score has potential to go up. All right? Next up, this is what we call the middle card, is what I'm calling it, because they do a soft inquiry just to give you a credit. So what happens here with Avant, Avant.com, I'll have a link down below as well for this. You go in here, and they can give you a credit card or a loan. You apply, they use your soft inquiry, and they determine what your credit limit will be, whether it's for the credit card or the loan. If you accept, then they will do a hard inquiry. So there's nothing wrong with that. If you're trying to rebuild your credit, who really cares, right? I mean, when they do that, I mean, 100% of the people will not get approved. There's always 5 to 10% that will not, even after they say you're approved for a certain amount. But this is also worth the shot, because this will help build your credit. And once again, on-time payment, revolving, and now that's number 8. And now you want to go even further? Well, now we're back to hard inquiries, because Ox Publishing, which I'm not on that page, Ox Publishing does a $2,500 trade line, and it works the same way. You have to order over $100 of items. They bill you monthly, and it only reports to Equifax. There's nothing wrong with only reporting to Equifax because all three credit bureaus do not score the same. So you could have a 750 on Equifax, a 725 on Experian, and a 735 on TransUnion. They score differently, and you could have the same thing on all three. All right? So get Ox Publishing. They do a hard inquiry. And then Hutton Chase, $1,500. I don't have them up either. Hutton Chase, $1,500. So therefore, this is the next one. Approved. So once again, they report to Experian. And that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. That, in a nutshell, is what I tell people to do. I list these all out and let people go on and figure it out themselves. But these are the first steps in order that you should take when you're trying to boost or build your credit score or reestablish your credit score, because trying to do an AU, that's fine, but it only stays on your credit report for like 3 months. And that's it. And then it fades away. And then the next question people ask is, well, what happens to my credit score? Clearly, after it's taken away, it'll go back down if you didn't add anything else. You're going to have to add something in order for it to stay up there, right? You're going to have to get other credit cards. But why do that when you can do this? Especially on the soft inquiry, where you don't even have to use these credit cards from like Overstock and Victoria's Secrets and Grow Credit. Obviously, you're paying your bills anyhow, so what's the problem with that? And then, of course, Avant, if you get approved with them, so what? You don't have to use that card either, but it'll be reporting on-time payment history. So again, that's why you start with the ones that I mentioned. My Jewelers, New Coast Direct, Tomo Card. Use that down below, because when they pop out, you'll have a soft inquiry card again. Grow Credit, Credit Strong, Self Lender, Victoria's Secrets, Overstock, Avant, Ox Publishing, Hutton Chase. That's it. That's 9 or 10 accounts. You want 10 or more accounts reporting to the credit bureaus if you can. And they're all a mix, and most people either have a mortgage or a car note. So again, that will add and help add to your credit. So again, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. During the pandemic, you need extra streams of income. Sometimes you're going to need extra credit just to tide yourself over. So why not prepare, whether you need the credit or you don't need the credit? Why not get yourself in place? Because I have been doing some videos that I've done this overseas real estate that you don't even need credit for. You need cash flow though. But if you had credit, you could also say, well, hey, this condo's $35,000. Do I have credit for 35? Yes, you may. And so you could use a credit card basically off my credit card for 35, 40 grand if I wanted to pay full cash. I don't know why I would do that, but I'm just saying that's an example. If you have excellent credit, these are the options that are available to you like a wealthy person. So this is why I'm doing Stop Struggling Now, to help everybody. All right. And with that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.